poor people are losing their homes, and then a satellite plummets to Earth in pieces. A reporter asks Caesar, "You've said when we jump to the future we should do so unafraid, but what if there is something to be afraid of?" And Caesar responds, "Well, there's nothing to be afraid of if you've loved or have loved. It's an unstoppable force. It's unbreakable.
It has no limits. It's within us. It's around us.
And it's stretched throughout time. It's nothing you can touch, yet it guides every decision that we make. Yet we do have the obligation to each other to ask questions of one another. What can we do? Is this society, is this way we're living the only one available to us? And when we ask these questions, when there's a dialogue about them, that basically is a utopia." I'm gonna go ahead and take an educated guess that Caesar doesn't have a Twitter account. We then see the internal workings of Caesar's creative mind. He creates buildings that resemble flowers and leaves. He reimagines what they should look like, until what he's finally thought up looks exactly like every alien city planet created in any sci-fi video game ever made. So I guess all the poor people are now living in these plant buildings somehow. All of their income has been supplemented, their debts vanished, their drug addictions handled. All the
And
problems in the
Turtles 10
world
today
are
will
gone
also be,
because
I
our
think.
buildings look like giant plants. This movie is trying to tackle civilization's biggest quandaries.
I'm
It does
against
so
it.
on an elementary level. It tries to be profound by throwing
So
quotes
beautiful.
around non-stop. One such example
This is Nolan movie without Nolan. How?
is during this card game between Caesar and the mayor Cicero. They discuss the practicality of creating a utopia.
Now I don't like this actor cause he started like Leonardo DiCaprio, only play himself. I didn't even watch this movie, but I know that he's playing himself again. He's the same amplitude every movie.
And what is required to do so, if it's even possible.
Oh dear, blah, blah, blah.
Which it isn't. It never will be. By design, humanity is incapable of creating a utopia.
Civilization itself remains the great enemy of mankind.
But this movie's like, oh, if only you thought bigger. You know, all you need is a building material named Megalon and this random dictator guy that preaches about love and stuff. That'll fix everybody's problems. So Caesar and Claudio have this political rivalry going on. The mayor doesn't want Caesar marrying his daughter, so he tries to bribe him to convince her he doesn't love her anymore. Of course he doesn't do this, because this guy is all about love, dude. Wow Platinum, such a dumb name, wants Caesar's affections and tries to buy them using her husband's money. She's like that stereotypical materialistic girl that is obsessed with obtaining power.
Me and Crassus's bank,
She's playing the same role as this actor.
which I'll steal so I can give it to you.
What the hell is this transitional edit between sequences with a giant goofy radio tower and clouds above the earth? Like, what the hell is this? And the dialogue here
Stolen
is so
from
weird.
Fallout. Is this
The new
Fallout?
revolution, man. Sex, drugs, and Megalon. It's so weird because it has the same energy as like a 1970s sex, drugs, and rock and roll type thing, while
No,
also
it
trying to
has
be
the
a
same
futuristic
energy like
sci-fi.
Fallout.
It just feels disjointed and without identity. So then Caesar is shot in the face by a child that Claudio's henchmen hired to assassinate him. And then the movie turns into a psychedelic fever dream, where Caesar repeats the same mantra over and over. I will not let time have dominion over my thoughts.
I will not let time have dominion over my thoughts.
This sounds like something an elderly
Over my
man
farts?
who's nearing the end of their career and life would think. Almost as if this movie is just Francis Ford Coppola's diary in movie form. Caesar survives the gunshot to his dome, by the way, which is very realistic. Also, what the hell is this edit of a naked woman
Radioactive.
underwater? She opens up into a bunch of people who look like rocks, and then Caesar is there in the corner giving his literal